It's just an absolute, unacceptable, unforgivable screw-up of a year. And it's, according to StatMuse, it's historically unprecedented.
Watching Laker fans react to common sense moves over the weekend was quite something. None of these moves are Danny Ainge. They didn't reshape the roster.
He came into this world as the son of a coach, but in these playoffs, he became the Lakers' daddy. So I tell you what, NBA, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
There will be a time.
So the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.
Yo. I'm not in a good mood because my team just lost a few minutes ago, but that doesn't mean we are going to stop recording. But you know what they say, the show must go on. And this show is episode 17 of Meeting of the Gold Mines. And you guys know me. I am Born Rebel, aka Zen. I am back from a 1 week sabbatical. Had to step away for a minute, but I'm back like cook crack. And I am getting high off the Lakers, even though they've been serving up a whole bunch of mid. But you know what? I'm not here alone. I got my Purple and Gold Mines crew with me. This week, we have Tone, and that is with the T-O, the two N's, the three A's, and the four Y's. How are you doing, darling? What's on your PGM?
Had better days. We done seen better days, Born.
Yeah, we have seen better days, but sharing the misery is Mr. Cool, Calm, collected himself. He is in playoff mode, but shit, if we keep doing what we are doing, we won't be making the playoffs. What's up, playoff brother? What's up, man? What's on your PGM?
What's going on, man? Disappointed. This was a great opportunity for us to be above 500, which it took us so long to complete that task last season. So I was looking forward to us doing it in the third game of the season, but we weren't able to pull it out. So
Yeah, I hear you. Last but never least, he is our coach. You can find him on the Twitter at KBBRWN22. Well, KB, what's up, man? What's on your PGM? I know you're pissed.
I mean, not really, to be honest. Beginning of the season, Lakers took the L, but then again, they're gonna win. When they want to play the right way, they will. But until then, we're at their mercy. So that's how I am. I'm even killed as of right now. So I'm not pleased, but then again, I can't be too mad because it's the beginning of the season.
I feel you. Well, you know what? For me, I'm gonna take what's on my PGM. I'm gonna take it away from basketball because we will be talking a lot of basketball. Um, Matthew Perry. Look, we talk a lot of pop culture. We always end the show about what we're watching, and look, we was watching we were watching some games last night in our fan cave on playback, and boom, Matthew Perry passed away. I think he was what, 54. It was a
Yeah.
apparent drowning. And look, I have a soft spot for people that have been, entertaining me for most of my life. And look, for the kids that don't know, Friends was big as fuck. Like, Friends was a phenomenon. I'm not sitting here and saying it was the greatest show ever or the funniest show. And, of course, the folks that, get the invites to the barbecue, we all know that it was a rip off of Living Single. We get it. We get it. We get it. It still had its moments. Look, people want to talk about numbers. At the peak of their show, it was what, 25 million a week? That's crazy. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
numbers
But
is
yeah,
good.
shout out to his yeah. Yeah, look, Friends is a phenomenal. It's a dope show, but either way, man, I hope he's at peace. And yeah, I was watching some episodes of Friends this morning. It hit a little different. It hit a little different. But you know what? Look, we're here to talk. We have a lot to talk about, but we have a special guest with us. Um, this is a guy who he's been on ESPN. He has just been on the grind. He has a dope ass podcast. We got a special guest. It is Big Baby Jonathan of Big Baby Sports. And he's been a person been wanting to rap with for a while. So you know what? Let's welcome him up, Mr. Big Baby Jonathan. What's up, brother? How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on, man. It was a tough loss tonight, man. I'm kind of upset, but it's a long season, man.
Yes.
We'll be all right.
Absolutely.
We'll be all
No,
right.
we'll be all right. We'll be all right. And we're going to get into the game. We for sure will get into the game because we are recording this Sunday night, October 29th. We're releasing this tomorrow, but we are just what, about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, we just lost to the Sacramento Kings. And but look, we'll get into that. But look, there's something else before we get into the game. Something else that really want to touch on is something crazy. Today is exactly 20 years since LeBron made his debut in the NBA. Um, and he didn't disappoint. Look, so 20 years ago, 10/29/03, his stat line was 25 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Tonight, his stat line was 27 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists. Look, I'm not trying to get into a GOAT debate. You guys know how I feel about that. But if someone wants to say, hey, he scored 25 points in '03, he scored 25 points in 23. That's one hell of an argument. All right. I know for me, when he made his debut, I can remember it like it was yesterday. I was a senior in high school. Um, I paid attention. I first started hearing LeBron the previous year, his senior year at St. Vincent St. Mary, and so paid it. I remember when he got drafted, he was in the all white suit, one of the greatest draft class ever. Even though I would pick the class of '96, but I was there for that first game. Finished my homework and senior year of high school, and I just watched in my bedroom. Game of Sacramento, and it was just like, oh crap. But I want to ask you guys. I'm gonna start off with Jonathan. Jonathan, do you remember what you were doing exactly 20 years ago for LeBron's debut?
To be honest, no, I don't. To be honest, I don't know what I was doing 20 years ago. So, but
look,
but 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 the
look. Not everyone's gonna have the same answer.
yeah, just keeping it real.
Hey, no worries. Hey, keep it a buck. That's what we do here. All
Yeah.
right, let's go to playoff. 20 years ago, man. Where were you for
20,
LeBron's debut?
20 years ago. I don't know exactly where I was, but I mean, I was finishing up high school, I think entering my freshman year of college. So quite a while ago. And I just remember like I enjoyed sports and I kept on hearing, about this kid, like the next big thing. And I think I realized how serious it was when I started seeing his games being televised on ESPN, his high school games, because I had never personally seen that before and how big of a spectacle um, it was.
Yeah.
And, I didn't really catch many of the games, but I just like, damn, this kid must be great if they're putting this much focus on him before he's even, touched the floor, as far as the NBA game goes. So yeah, just that was kind of like the birth of the hype. And I just remember how big it was even then.
Yeah. The hype was crazy. The hype was crazy. And I just remember the crazy amount of press that
Hmm.
was at that game. And it was just like, oh, like it was a phenomenon, folks. It was a phenomenon. Tone, I know you are younger. I know you are a few years younger than us, but what were you doing 20 years ago? Because LeBron is your GOAT. That first game, what were
My
you
man,
doing?
my man, my man. I was probably on a playground somewhere picking my nose. My dad is like a sports fan, but coming from like an immigrant household, it's not like I would say American culture. It's more normal or common. You're repping your favorite sports team. You're in front of the TV every Sunday and things like that. I would catch things here and there, Sports Center, but yeah, his debut, I definitely knew nothing about it. He was the last thing on my mind. I was worried about pink and purple and little boys.
Okay. All right. KB, 20 years ago, LeBron's debut.
Uh,
You remember
2 years
anything
ago, I
about
was
it?
trying. Yeah, I remember. I at that time, I wasn't really paying attention to what he was doing, just the Lakers. For myself, I was literally just relaxing and trying to not stress about getting past the third grade. So that was fun.
There, there you
Not even
go.
the
No,
third grade. That was
the
fifth
thing
grade. I
is,
was 10. I was 10. Yeah.
wow. Yeah,
Hmm.
look, hey, playoff, this just means that you and I are old. And, but look, LeBron he has transcended generations. And, he's one of six players to reach a year 21. And he is, based upon what he's done in these first three games, his average for points per game this season would be more than the five other players who ever reached the year 21. I think it's Vince Carter, Robert Parrish, Kevin Willis, um, Dirk, and there's one more. I forgot the name, but yeah, but he would, yeah, he would his points per game would be more than their combined, which is just crazy. But let me ask you guys: is this the great? I'm not saying this. I'm avoiding the goat debate, but for a career, is this the greatest career in NBA history?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Um,
Jonathan?
yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Jonathan. You can go for it.
Yeah, I think it is. LeBron playing at a high level, 21 years. The longevity. It's a great career for LeBron. One of the best. Got to keep it a buck. You know, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to
KB?
echo. Oh, go
All
ahead.
right,
Sorry.
go ahead, playoff.
Yeah,
No, go
just to
ahead, playoff.
echo what Jonathan said. I mean, the longevity, how long he's been able to play at a super high level. Um, going to 10 straight NBA finals. Like I think it's, although he's only won this he's only won four. So It's
I
undeniable.
think it was 8 straight. I think it was 8 straight.
The A straight. Okay, so yeah, but
Yeah, 8 straight.
still, you can't deny it. Like it is what it is. As much as people might want to hate on it, especially like you said, not wanting to get into the GOAT debate, but still, um, you can't take it away from him. It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think I would say greatest career. Um, you know, like I said, that 20. I was hoping he would get at least 20. I was hoping he'll reach his stat line. He had a better game. Like, can you imagine someone having a better game 20 years later? That's just ridiculous. KB, greatest career of all time.
Probably have to say yeah if we're talking about the longevity on what he's done for sure. Never seen somebody do it. They do it at his age, so got to give it to him. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a interesting thing. Um, when it comes to sports figures, right? Because we want to give the person the flowers while they're still here, right? And appreciate them. Yeah, we're talk about. There's lots of things to nitpick, but I think this is one of those careers that we gotta appreciate. Is he on the Mount Rushmore of most important sports figures? Mind you, Mount Rushmore is only 4 slots. Because
Yes.
I know for me, I would think of Ali. Definitely, I would put up Muhammad Ali. I know I'm gonna stick to North America because I know with soccer you can go at Pele and all that. But for me, I would
Mhm.
probably go Muhammad Ali. I would go Jordan. I can't go Babe Ruth because let's keep it real. I'm not really celebrating anyone before sports were integrated.
Yeah,
I can't celebrate segregated sports. So I would say
Mhm.
Jordan, Ali, and then do you throw in a Serena?
of course.
But is he on the Mount Rushmore of sports figures?
I think so. I think he's up there with Serena. If we're asking you, Serena and
Yeah,
Michael Jordan and
that's in
Muhammad
my
Ali.
mind
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's four right there, isn't it? Serena, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, LeBron James. That's four right there.
Shit. What about Tiger?
Yeah,
You,
you
that
can
was
put
in
him
my
up there
list
for
too.
sure.
I
Yeah,
mean, you said
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore is four, so I mean, yeah. I mean,
It's interchangeable.
yeah, yeah.
He's at
See, from
least
my
in the
perspective,
conversation.
for sure, for sure. From my perspective, I guess because I'm kind of young and maybe not like super in tune with all sports as far as North America is concerned and stuff. The ones I had in mind to
Mm,
piggyback off of Rebel and KB, Tiger, the Williams sisters, Braun, and I'll probably throw in Jordan in there. I can't really think of anyone else. Maybe give a
mhm.
football player a nod. Like oh, the name is slipping my mind. Running back though, I think Dallas.
Emmitt
Um,
Smith.
Emmitt Smith? No,
I think I'm thinking of no, he not up there.
no, he ain't up there.
Okay,
Ouch.
He
but
ain't
I
up
mean we
there.
all have
He
pretty
ain't.
much the same three for the most part.
Okay, all right. Um, last LeBron question. I mean, for his career, favorite LeBron moments. I would like to hear from each of you. I know for me, real quick, my favorite LeBron moments on the court is that I believe 2007, that playoff game against Detroit when he like scored like 25 straight points. He couldn't be stopped. It was just like,
Mm,
yo, and Detroit had a defense. Like this is the same Detroit team, even though they were a few years older. This was the same Detroit team that you know, that shut down the Lakers, that shut us down in '04. So they still had Ben Wallace, they still had Rasheed, Tayshaun Prince, Billups. I think they still had Lindsey Hunter at that time. he couldn't be stopped. And to me, that was just like that's like my favorite moment. Uh,
Mhm.
what about you guys? Tone, favorite LeBron
You
moment?
you knew better. You knew better. That's why you went to me first. I'm proud of you. I'm
Yes,
proud of you.
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank
It
you.
is
I'm
it is
learning.
May 27th, 2018 in TD Garden. He gets that and one over Marcus Morris, who literally tries to bear hug him, and he gives a "Ah!" That's it. Call me Savannah James because in that moment I wish I was her. That is my all-time favorite LeBron moment. Literally, I get emotional. Tears come to my eyes. I remember watching the game live, and I'm like on my head about that play. Literally, I can't think of any other moment. It was king me, crown me right there. You cannot stop me. He ate everyone up in that Eastern Conference 2018 playoff run. But that right there solidified everything. King him.
Okay, playoff.
Oh man, there's so many to choose from. I would probably say um, the comeback finals against the Warriors. Um, and just the fact that that had never been done before, and just the absolute dominance that was on display by him,
Mhm.
putting up multiple 40-point games, um, and just the way he was able to play off Kyrie. It was just it was just amazing to watch in person. It was must see TV. Especially when it got back to being, when it got level, when it was 3-3. And even though they were going back to Golden State, you knew the series was, like, of course it was going to be over either way. But you just felt like the Cavs really, had them where they wanted them pretty much. And um, so yeah, that's probably my favorite, hands down.
Absolutely.
My
KB.
favorite. Oh, go ahead, KB.
Oh, go ahead, Jonathan.
My
It's on you.
favorite.
Yeah, go Jonathan. Yeah.
My favorite LeBron moment was him bringing a championship to the Lakers because keep it real. I'm more of a Kobe fan than a LeBron fan. So, but he brought my Lakers to championships. That's my favorite moment for me for LeBron, bringing us a
Game.
championship.
Hey, number
Definitely.
17. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
KB.
I'm right there with Jonathan. I was more of a Kobe fan and Laker fan first and foremost than LeBron fan. I did have a hatred towards him, and that is with an H. I had a hatred towards him when he decided to go to Cleveland to go to the Heat. Thought he was running away from the grind. Thought he had to go ahead and just run with another team up, do that super team crap. So when he came back home and he won a championship for Cleveland, I had more respect for him when he came back than when he left. So there was that. That was my favorite moment when he ran when he knocked the Warriors off to win a championship and win one for his hometown.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Well, you know what? Salute to King James. Not sure if we're going to see another career like this. And the thing is, he's still going. We don't know if it's going to be another year, another 2 years, but appreciate this because this is not going to come too often in any sport.
Mhm.
So definitely got to shout out King James, and we're looking forward to the rest of this journey. But let's get into some Lakers basketball. The regular season started this past Tuesday. Week one of the Lakers. We went against all three teams that all went to the playoffs last year: the Nuggets, the Suns, and the Kings. We went unfortunately 1-2 in these first three games. So yeah, we started off. Look, our first 10 games. Um, we definitely we're definitely going to get tested. Um, if you guys are listening to this on the day it drops, we play the Magic tomorrow, then we play the Clippers, and then we have one more game against the Magic. But But right now we are at 1-2. So, guys, what was your biggest takeaways from these first 3 games?
If you want to go with Jonathan first. Yeah.
It's a long season. It's a learning curve. You know, Lakers will be fine. 1-2. It's not the end of the world. We're gonna figure things out and get the ball rolling very soon. That's how I feel. My personal, it's not what I've been feeling for the first 3 games.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it is a long season for sure. It definitely has been frustrating. And, just because the way preseason went, which is preseason, so you can only take it with a grain of salt. But I don't know. I had high expectations as far as just our ability to execute, and we haven't lived up to those expectations at all. And probably the most concerning thing for me is that our guard play is just atrocious right now. D'Lo is probably playing the best of the 3 between himself, Reeves, and Gabe Vincent, and that's not really saying much because he hasn't really been that good. So, you like Jonathan just said, it's a long season, plenty of time for the Lakers to hit their stride and play at a high level. We're just, I guess I don't know if you want to describe it as growing pains or what it is exactly, but just the what's being shown on the court, just it has not been pretty, I would say.
I
KB
am.
or Tone.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Tony.
You sure? Okay. I am. Okay, I get the long season rhetoric. I get it. It's only week 1. It's only game 3. Piggyback off of playoff. Frustrated. Disappointed for sure. Expected a lot, especially with the roster changes. Got to be realistic. It takes time to adjust. Takes time to get a rhythm, and not just like literally offensively, but as we always say, the cohesiveness, the chemistry. Again, we even said in the playback, like, knowing where guys are supposed to be, their spots, honoring their roles, being comfortable in their roles, especially, for guys like Gabe coming from Miami, a guy like Cam coming from, unfortunately his start in the league to the point he is now. But I'm still expected slightly better. Playoff, I really like their take. Not executing. The guard play again is, not, not up to par. Right now, I'm looking at some stats: 44% field goal, 29% from 3. We made additions to this roster, finally hoping we've cured and rectified that issue that we've honestly had since I want to say LeBron's been there and his time in LA. Um, look, -3 for the last 3 games that we've been in. Some of them been close. Unfortunately, we've been starting these games, getting into these huge deficits, 18 points here, 10 points here, and having to fight and claw our way back the entire time. And I think that's where the failed execution comes in at a lot. Like, not everyone's trying to make a home run play, but like I said, we're scrapping instead of being able to, give you that Floyd Mayweather. We're going to play with you, rock with you 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds and then knock you out when it's time. We haven't been able to take advantage of that. Like I said, coming and clawing our way back every time is not a recipe for success. We're not that type of team. Fortunately, we ain't the Golden State Warriors. We sure enough ain't no third quarter team. So I'm going to try to remain optimistic. We'll see where we at next week.
KB.
Biggest takeaways from week 1 is it's same thing as Jonathan's saying. It's a long season. I think I would say for the most part, this last game, I kind of seen how we were playing without LeBron on the court, and we actually did do a turn. We made a quick turnaround, made a good comeback. So I kind of see like as this team started to come together pretty quickly. So I'm seeing a lot better things than I did game 1. But the biggest takeaway I would say, if we were to decide on one, is just lack of effort lackadaisical energy beginning of the game that gets us down and gets us in big holes or big deficits. So that's just inexcusable to have. Being LeBron being old or AD being 30, he ain't old. He's in his prime. There's no excuse not to have energy and effort on the court. You just got to. I think that's my biggest takeaway from week one.
Gotcha. Was there anything that surprised anyone?
For me, Torian Prince has been the best signing by far of the offseason for the Lakers specifically. Just his ability to shoot from the three, be competent, shooting from the three, but also his ability to attack the basket as well, attack the paint, create, mismatches, penetrate, kick the ball off to AD for easy buckets. Christian Wood too. I honestly wish we had gotten to see a bit more Christian Wood, especially in that fourth quarter and overtime. I feel like it would have made a tremendous difference in the game, especially in our ability to rebound. We gave up way too many offensive rebounds in crunch time, and that really cost us. So yeah, Torian Prince and Christian Wood have really, kind of jumped off the screen to me, as far as watching the games.
Okay. I would say two things surprised me so far. First, for the last couple of summers, we've been hearing going into the season, between, Rob, Coach Ham, LeBron saying, hey, AD is going to be the focal point of this offense. The offense is going to run through AD. The ball is going to run through AD. It's going to be inside out. And to see us go away from that happened in Denver in the first game, 17 points in the first half, 0 in the second half. Even though he did go 0 for 6 that game, it seems like there were times that in the later part of the games, we were going away from him.
Yeah,
The game in Phoenix, LeBron took over. He played all 12 minutes of the game in Phoenix. I mean, the game against Phoenix. Excuse me, it was a home game. So that's something that is just like, okay, here we go. We're now second to third straight year where it doesn't feel like AD is being that focal point of the offense. So I find that real surprising just because it seems like they were, everything. You think from the extension that he got, the 3-year extension he got for 186. AD being vocal about wanting to play more at the 4 instead of just always at the 5. We signed Jackson Hayes. We signed Christian Wood. So we're putting the pieces that were like, okay, will complement, how he wants to play. And it just seemed like, okay, we're not focusing on him in the second half during the crunch time. So next thing that surprised me, and look, I was on the Austin Reeves hype train. I know in a previous episode of Meeting of the Gold Mines, I said, hey, he's going to be an all-star. Austin Reeves is him. We even have some, here's a shameless plug. We even have the Austin Reeves I'm him fanny pack exclusively selling at Purple and Gold Mines Purple and Gold Mines.com /merch, PGM merch. We're selling it. But, it's just he's not playing well right now. I don't want to call him a hot piece of ass. I don't want to say he's playing like hot garbage. I don't want to say any of that. But in this game against the Kings, he went 1 for 12 from shooting overall. He went 1 for 8 from 3. He had 2 points, 2 assists, and 5 points in 28 minutes. He's playing like shit. It seems like he's regressed. Yes, I'm with Jonathan. I'm with you guys. It's a long season. It's a marathon. But I'm seeing some regression. Now, I don't know if it's because he's no longer surprised because everyone is like, "Hey, okay, we know who you are now. You're not going to surprise us." I don't know what it is, but he just does not look the same. He looks like Austin Reeves from 2 years ago. Um, so, yeah, that's the biggest surprise for me. Um, you obviously, who needs to step up? It starts with Austin Reeves. What about the rest of you guys?
Yeah, most definitely. Austin Reeves needs to step up. He's been struggling lately, but like you said, 1 for 12 tonight. I feel like he'll get his rhythm going. He'll get his rhythm going throughout the season. But also too, man, I feel like D'Lo. I know he had a good game, like decent game tonight, but I see some things out there he needs to improve on. Better defense. Stop turning the ball over when it's crunch time and stuff. So I feel like D'Lo and Austin Reeves are my surprises, like to improve on.
Honestly, we probably all
Absolutely.
agree it's all the guards. Austin, D'Lo, Gabe, but
Yeah,
what can you do?
Gabe for sure. Like, add Gabe to the list of
Yeah, defensive. Yeah.
signings that come to the Lakers and just forget how to shoot the ball. And like, I know it's only the third game of the season, but I mean, it's gotten to the point now where he looks like he's scared to take shots. Like, he was he shot 1 for 3 tonight, 0 for 2 from 3. The only shot he hit was a little midi. I do like his feistiness at times on the defensive end. It ended up costing us towards the end of the game with getting a foul called on him. De'Aaron Fox was able to get a foul called on him, and like, there was less than a minute left in the game, so and they were in the bonus, so absolutely no reason to be aggressive on that inbound play. We were able to tie the game up and send it to overtime, obviously, but who knows what would have happened potentially if that foul hadn't happened. So need a lot more from Gabe, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah,
Facts.
absolutely. Well, look, I'm gonna ask Austin Reeves. He got his contract, and anyone that's watching on YouTube, you see the question on the screen.
So
Okay,
I'm shaking my head.
he got his contract. You know, he played his ass off. For the USA in the FIBA tournament in the Philippines. He even, months ago, he was even linked. Excuse the damn dogs, but they're even pissed at Austin Reeves. A few months ago, he was linked. He was linked to Taylor Swift, even though that was just not true. And real quick, shout out to Travis Kelce. You know, I salute you because he just got with Taylor Swift, and then she just became a billionaire. Shout out to Travis Kelce. Don't fuck that up. But look, back to Austin Reeves. Is he overhyped? Did we overhype him? Did we treat him like the great white hope? Like, is he overhyped?
Nasty business, Lakers fans. Nasty
It's
business.
nasty business. I'm just
Nah,
a genuine question.
nah. It's way too early to be saying he's overhyped. I mean, we were all witnesses to Austin Reeves in the playoffs last year and the huge moments that he had, and like just huge shots that he hit, like the I'm him moment in the Warriors series. Like, that was real. Like, it wasn't a figment of our imagination. And I think he's having I don't know if, now looking back on it, I don't know if going and playing in FIBA was the best idea, because it looks like his legs are just tired. And we made similar observations throughout the playoffs especially with the commitment he had to make, playing on the defensive end in the Warrior series, and even before that against the Grizzlies. And there were definitely games where we noticed his legs were shot, and it impacted his ability to play offense. So looking back on it, not really sure if he should have, if going FIBA was the best thing for him. Maybe he should have just stayed home and trained. But definitely not overhyped. Just having
Playoff, you wouldn't think like FIBA gives him like more reps, more practice, more room to grow before the season?
I mean, yeah, but at the expense of the tough stretch that he's experiencing now, it's like I care more about him playing well for the Lakers than I do about him playing well in FIBA. So if I have to pick
Fair,
one, I'm taking the Lakers all day, every day.
fair.
So, but it's like we've said several times so far, it's like the season's really young.
I'm gonna piggyback on that for playoff. Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback on playoff with that one. I don't think Austin Reeves is overhyped. No, I knew this was gonna come up if he did come up flat first couple of games. That is absurd. He's not up overhyped. He's lagging. He looks like he has no legs. That's
Mhm.
perfectly fine. He looks like he's trying to find his proper footing with this team. It's a new team. It's not the same team we've had last year. We have new pieces that we're trying to incorporate as we can see. He, if anything, from what I'm seeing for Austin Reeves, everything that he's doing right now, it's wide open shots. They're just not falling.
Yeah.
He's taking wide open shots. They're not hitting. Sometimes it kind of looks like he's rushing himself, and sometimes it looks like he's just not going fast enough. So I think he's trying to find that proper footing to where it's like even kill. So I'm more of like that. That's my answer to that one. So no, Austin Reeves is not overhyped. I think it's ridiculous to even question if he's overhyped right now in the season when it hasn't even been 10 games. So yeah, it's kind of a little weird.
Big baby, how you feeling?
No, he's not overhyped. I feel like he's just going through a little bit of a struggle. Playing in Team USA, he'll get his legs underneath him. He'll be all right. He'll get his rhythm together. He'll bounce back tomorrow night versus Orlando.
I'm glad the panel all collectively agrees. I definitely
All
don't think
right.
I'm not going to give him overhyped yet. Like you guys said, 3 games. I'm looking at some of these contracts here. For him to be what 4 years, 56. He's only making about 14. You got Tyus Jones, Max Strus, Contavious Caldwell Pope, Luke Kennard, Luchinzen. To me, he all fits in the same category as far as value as a role player, just as much as those guys. And they don't have great games every game either, and he's a what? This is his third or fourth year in the league, probably third. KB said new team, and some adjustments. I kind of agree with playoff. Maybe the rest would have helped, as opposed to I know he's young, but it shit happens. It'd be like that sometimes. I wouldn't give him the overhype label yet. Fans are probably just hating. Once they start that, especially opposing fans, thinking about, oh, but you guys, he was supposed to be your savior. Gas. He'll be fine, hopefully.
All right. I appreciate that. Context matters. Thank you, Tone. Well, something else is going on in these first 3 games that I'm still trying to wrap my head around. It's what's going
Mhm.
on with LeBron's minutes. Now, after game 1, so game 1 against the Nuggets, LeBron played 29 minutes. And after the game, Darvin Ham said, reporter asked, is that's the amount of about around the amount of minutes he will be playing. He said yes, 29, and that's part of the partnership that Rob Pelinka, alluded to in their introduction to the season press conference weeks ago, and played 29 in the first game. Second game against Phoenix, it jumped up to 35. He played the entire fourth quarter. So it seemed like after one game, they did away with that plan. The game against Sacramento, it went into overtime. He played 39 minutes. We just finished, we started off the show talking a lot about, LeBron being in year 21 and doing these amazing things. Um, I'm not liking what I'm seeing with these minutes. Like, it's not about the regular season, it's about the postseason, and we want him as fresh as possible. We're in uncharted territory. How are you guys feeling about these minutes? To start off with Jonathan, how are you feeling about these minutes? What's the game plan? What do you like? What sense can you make out of this?
It's unfortunate. I feel like his minutes should be down, but I also get it at the same time. Him playing a lot of minutes because Lakers had to fight back against Phoenix and Sacramento tonight. You know, close ball games. I know there's a game against Phoenix. Darvin Ham looked at LeBron and said, "You want to come out?" And he just said, "No, I'm good." So if LeBron says he's good, then to me, if you're good, LeBron, then go out there. Go out there. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Playoff.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike, you ready to say something?
I wish that I guess something had been said prior to the season beginning, just so we were, and we're fans, so obviously they don't owe us any type of explanation. But for us to find out after the first game that there's this plan that's been put together that's never been mentioned at all over the course of preseason, it just caught us all by surprise. And we talked about it in the playback, and like you just said, it's like for that to apparently be the plan, quote unquote, and then the second game we have to deviate from that. Bron has to play the entire fourth quarter, and he has to play the point guard. Basically, it's like, what? Why are we not sticking to the plan? Like, if there's a plan in place, why are we not sticking to it? And obviously, you don't want to go down 0-2, but LeBron's health is way more important than going down 0-2. I mean, the plan basically should be to get him and AD to the playoffs both healthy. And whatever we have to do, even if, that causes us to struggle at points throughout the regular season, we should stick with the plan. Because if we deviate and we're seeing high minutes from LeBron, and then LeBron ends up getting injured, then where are we? The season is lost. So it sucks because I feel like there's always some sort of drama. And so it's like we got LeBron minutes drama. We got like LeBron playing the point guard or playing off ball drama. And some of it gets elevated because it's, it's the Lakers and all that. But yeah, I'm just, I just want us to get past this rough stretch. So all of this is just like in the rearview mirror, and we're just a team playing good basketball, hopefully.
KB, how you feeling? You look a little indifferent over there in the corner. How you feeling?
I mean, it's gonna be a revolving door, I think. I think a lot of us fans are worried about too much to what our coach is saying and too much of what we're hearing in media and believe in that. I'm going by LeBron gonna do what LeBron want to do at the end of the day.
Yep.
And you heard, and this, for example, you've heard LeBron say, Coach Ham asked me, am I willing to play more or the whole entire quarter of the fourth quarter? And I said, yeah, I can, because this is what I train my body to do. Da, 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 da. Bron goes in these motions, man. Like they try to keep on bracketing him because he's doing something he's never done before. But then again, just like Michael Jordan has always said, I know my own body.
Yeah.
I know what I can do and I know what I can't do. So for us to focus solely on what Darvin Ham is saying, to me, it's kind of laughable because he did this last year. I'm not focused on it's based on facts, not feelings. And then what happened? He focused on a lot of feelings. So it's like we got to just watch what he's saying when it comes to certain stuff. Every single time, like I keep telling everybody, Rob Pelinka, Darvin Ham, they like to go on these monologues soliloquies when it comes to giving us a story on how we got all these free agents. For me, it's more of a I'm not gonna listen to you guys anymore. Now it's more put up or shut up. Like you guys are doing a lot of talking, but not that much producing. And a lot of people are so quick to give Rob Pelinka, Big Baby Jonathan. I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to get on Rob Pelinka because that's our GM. Same with everybody else in here. But he does a lot of monologuing just because we made it to the Western Conference Finals. and what he's done with the magician, ski mask Rob. That's what's going on, timeline and all that stuff. Like I don't buy anything that they're saying until we start doing things as a team. So I mean, with LeBron's minutes, them saying they only gonna play in 29 minutes, no. For me, I'm going based on the eye test, and from the looks of it, LeBron James will play 35 minutes max. That's it. Won't go further than that. If it's a double overtime, he'll go over that. But I think 35 minutes will be his max, and 32 to 33 minutes will be his regular time, which is definitely a low in minutes for his career. So I think we'll go with that.
Well, speaking of LeBron, one of the things that he said during the game against the Nuggets, he was mic'd up for the season opener, and he said to Darvin Ham, I guess he gave a reminder that he can play the point guard. I personally didn't like him saying that. I thought it was kind of a little calculated, but at the same time, yes, LeBron can play the point. We know. I don't know. I think it doesn't make the current point guards look good, but and we're also trying to preserve them. We're having some issues right now. D'Lo tonight he shot 5 for 13. He was 1 for 5 from 3. He did have 17 points and 9 assists, but we've been getting some inconsistent play from our guards, Gabe Vincent and D'Lo. Should LeBron play the point?
I mean, Red Bull, I was going to ask you self, like, okay, we've been having this issue for like the last 2 or 3 years. We've been trying to get LeBron off the ball per se, give someone else, or maybe like a secondary person, I would say, other playmaking and ball handling responsibilities, and to no avail. Unfortunately, outside of what, Zoe, Rondo, Alex. I liked Alex a little bit. Not necessarily like our main point guard, but I'll give him the ball handling and playmaking responsibilities once in a while too. He did well. Um, my thing is though, it's like we're damned if we do, we damned if we don't. You saw tonight, he was not very great at PG1 tonight. What, 8 turnovers? A lot of just dumb shot selection, at least in our opinion. I think we all agree. So do we want him there? I don't know. Is that the question, or do we want, again, for our other guards to elevate their play and I guess be able to contribute? So maybe it's more of a 50-50 thing as opposed to him just necessarily taking over that spot. Let's say we just ship away our guards. That means we don't need them or something. They're not hitting shots. So what else we need them for?
Right.
Very true. Jonathan, you think we'll see LeBron at the point?
Probably in spurts, but not every possession. Probably in spurts when it's like more, I believe, crunch time down the stretch in the ball game. Put LeBron at point and have him run the offense.
Yeah.
Jonathan, I want to ask you: are you with the increase of hold on, Jonathan, with the increase of minutes and then even the discussion of him playing the point? He's about to be 39 in less than 2 months. Or in 2 months, exactly 2 months from now. Are you concerned that we're going to burn him out?
No, to be honest, I don't think he'll be burned out. 21 seasons, and he's not gonna get burnt out. That's how I feel, in my opinion.
Okay. KB, I know you want. You think we'll see Ron at the point?
I'm with Jonathan. I think in spurts, not like for heavy sets of time, like during the game, just spurts. Like crunch time moments of the game, we'll see him play, like run the point guard and run certain plays and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think D'Lo's doing just fine. And honestly, we should give him a little bit more credit. But no, I don't think Brown will be the point guard all the time, just in spurts.
All right. Speaking of someone who is at the point currently,
Nasty business.
and
Rebel,
look, I know this
nasty
is
business.
this is nasty business, but you know what? Here's the thing: we know how Laker Nation is when it comes to trade rumors.
Oh, of
Okay,
course.
and I'm not
Mhm.
trolling, but one thing we also do know is that anytime that another player on another team is having an issue, especially
Mhm.
when they're a guard, all of a sudden D'Angelo Russell's name get brought up. He could be minding his own business. He's 3,000 miles away from many of these folks. Um, Friday night, Trey Young threw a lob to Clint Capella that could have tied the game.
Mhm.
Clint mishandled the ball. It's like, oh crap, Trey Young wants out of there. Hey, what can we get? Trey Young for D'Lo, and like Trey Young, Rui for D'Lo. Or no, I'm sorry, D'Angelo, Rui for D'Lo, for Trey Young. Zach Levine. You know, we heard about the players only meeting after game one. You know,
Mhm.
we had space on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. And one person mentioned a potential 3-team trade that involves
Mhm.
the 76ers and the Bulls, where, you know, we would end up getting James Harden, you know, Mr. Can't Get on the Plane.
Oh.
Um, and with that will have him landing with the Lakers. Every
Mhm.
disgruntled guard, every issue with the guard, D'Angelo Russell's name is going to get mentioned. Now, this is nothing that's coming from the front office,
Mhm.
but I want to ask you, if you add LeBron, I know this is nasty work, folks. I know, but fuck it. We're here. If you add LeBron, reminding Darvin Ham that he can play the point with D'Lo's inconsistent play so far, and you add
Mhm.
that to the issues with the other guards in the league, can we ask, by the trade deadline, is D'Lo getting
Mhm.
traded?
No, I don't think he is. Unless Trey Young becomes available,
Mhm.
you know.
Um,
See,
I, like you said, it's definitely it's nasty, and it's it's the expectations that comes along with being a Laker supporter. Like Laker fans are rabid, you know, and they expect success night in night out, which I understand. 17 chips will do that, to you. Just have high
Mhm.
expectations, and so it is really nasty. And I've seen it in several group chats where the trade machine's already being fired up, and people are coming up with all these different
Mhm.
scenarios. I
Mhm.
honestly feel like it's going to be dependent upon how the team is playing in December and January. I think that's ultimately what it's going to come down to. If the guard play turns around, um, and they play better, I think that lessens the chance of D'Lo getting traded. But at the same time, the speculation is never going to go away. If for some reason Kyrie decides to become a headache for Mark Cuban and the Mavericks, you're going to start seeing Kyrie watch all over again, as far as
True.
the possibility of him being traded to the Lakers. Harden, that whole situation, how that's going to unfold. You have Zach Levine out in Chicago, clutch client. So
Mhm.
there's several options out there that could potentially work, depending upon how other teams play, and how quickly their seasons go south. And also, if the Lakers continue to struggle, I think ultimately, there's going to be because we got LeBron for maybe what, this season, next season possibly. So we got to
Mhm.
maximize, this window. So it'll be a tough call to make, but if the struggles continue offensively from the guard perspective for the Lakers, I could definitely see something happening.
Y'all, we can't get Luca. We can't get De'Aaron Fox, who just dropped 40 on us. We can't get
Nope.
them.
Nah,
Mhm.
Cuban ain't never sent
Yeah.
Luka to the
It's
Lakers.
just yeah, with all this stuff going on with the D'Lo getting traded and stuff, like I said, that literally, like Playoff was saying, it's literally a thing where it comes to just being some Laker fans overreacting. We
Mhm.
don't need to trade D'Lo. He's actually doing pretty good this season, and this past game he did really good. So, no, D'Lo does not get. Excuse me, he does not get traded at all. He does not need to get traded. We need to see where this team's going to be able to play as far as right now. Just need to wait.
But it's like, they try to put a time on it. They try to, before trade deadline, before the All-Star game. So it's like, I
Hmm.
guess if he doesn't perform by then, who knows? You guys are right, though. I like your take and KV's take.
Yeah.
Playoff
Just give it time. Give this team time. Let them come together. Stop just trying to trade everybody over after every single loss. Don't make
As soon as
sense.
the first whistle, first tip off, everybody's on the trade block.
Man, somebody
Everybody.
did something wrong. Trade them. Yeah, it's weird.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, as we start wrapping this up, because with our review of week 1, we got 3 games this upcoming week. We do have our first back-to-back. If you are listening to this on the day it drops, Monday, October 30th, we do have the second night of a back-to-back. It's a home game against the Orlando Magic, and then we go against the Clippers, and then we close the week out against the Magic again. 3 games. So
Hmm.
it's Magic, Clippers, Magic. Love to hear from everyone. What's your predictions for the record? What do you think will be our win-loss for this week?
Jonathan, you want to go
Yep.
first?
Oh yeah, good.
Be honest. Be honest.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, just kick it off, KB.
All right. So shoot. For me, I honestly don't know. With this team, look, and I'm being real. With this team that we have right now, we don't know what they're capable of. We don't know what they're going to do night in, night out, and maybe it's going to take a couple losses for them to get their stuff together. They literally have a lot of things they have to work on. It makes no sense. What we're seeing, I understand it. It's frustrating watching us, go through a lot of wins and losses or losses just in general. Um, or what we're doing. For example, it didn't make really a lot of sense because we thought Christian Wood and Rui Hachimura were the reason why we came back in this game tonight, but we didn't see them play at a barely if any minutes in the fourth quarter. So it's just weird. And it's just a lot of stuff we're just gonna have to understand, try to understand. Um, but I mean, I see, yeah, game by game, I have no idea. So it's up in the air for
Baby,
me.
stop
We can
lying.
win.
Your
I'm
shoulders are
serious.
giving 0-3. Your shoulders say
No,
0-3.
no. So what I'm thinking is this: I think we have the possibility of going 3-0. I'd say that 3-0 or 1-2, but I'm not. I'm never going 0-3. So yeah.
Good shit, good shit. I
Coming
got
in
1-2 on it. I ain't gonna lie. I got 1-2
one
on
and
it.
two.
I think we dropped the first Magic game, the Clippers game, but I think we bounced back the third Magic game.
Yeah. If LeBron is resting like he's gonna do like Zen predicts, I don't understand why he's resting. We have no room to rest right now. I don't think we should be resting. It's a long season, but he don't need to be resting. And I understand if it was a back to back to where we're traveling a long distance, but we're literally going up and down the state of California. It's not a long distance traveled. So but yeah.
I say we're gonna win tomorrow. We're gonna go 3-0. I feel like
There we go. There we
I
go.
like that
Room
energy.
for
I love that
optimism.
energy,
Always room
Darvin.
for
I'm tired of
optimism.
losing. I'm tired of losing to the Clippers. I'm tired of their fans. So it's time. We're gonna end that. I think give Tyronn Lewis first L as a coach versus the Lakers. I think he's like undefeated against us.
Let's go.
Love it.
Rust revenge game. Rust
Yeah.
revenge game.
Yeah.
I'm
Mark
going.
it.
Um,
Go ahead,
my
playoff.
heart says 3-0. My brain at the worst, my brain says 2-1. At the worst, I think we end this week being 3-3, but I'm hoping
Mm.
that we're 4-2. So yeah. What you got, Jen?
Well, I think for this week, we're at 1-2 right now. I think at the end of this week, we'll be we'll be at 500 by the end of the week. I think we'll go 2-1. I think LeBron sits out the second game of the back-to-back. So the first Magic game, I think he's going to sit it out. I think it's going to be one of
Tomorrow.
those AD goes for 40. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, today, if you're listening when it drops. So I think the Monday game against the Magic, I see AD going off. 40 and 20 game. I think LeBron sits. I think we get that W. I don't see us
Against the Magic.
beating the Clippers. I don't see now. No, the Clippers. The second game against the second game 2 of this week that we have, it's against the Clippers. I don't see us beating the Clippers.
Okay.
I'm not sure if LeBron even plays that game. We shall see.
Wednesday. You
But
think he
I
sits out 2 games?
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
You think he sits out 2 games?
even if he does play, I don't see us beating the Clippers. Not this first go around. Now, do I think they'll? Do I think? Do I think they? Do I think he'll? Do I think we're gonna get swept by them this season again? No, absolutely not. But this first game,
Okay.
I just, the, yeah, I don't. The thing with the Clippers, our weaknesses is their strengths. We have so much issues with the guards right now that
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh man, it's gonna be a problem. So I think we'll go 2-1 this week. And then that'll put us at 300, 500 by the end of the second week. So, but yeah, hopefully we get this. We need some wins. We need to get these wins. We need to take care of business. We need to get the wins to get like Magic. I know they got Paolo. It's gonna be interesting how we match up against him, but I think we can. We'll win both games against them. But yeah, we'll see how.
I can see that.
I think we'll see. It's this season is a marathon, so at the end of the day, we just got to keep pushing. That's all we can do. But you know, Jonathan, obviously you're our guest this week. But one of the things that we like to do to end every episode is talk about what we're watching. Because as much as we love basketball, we all have different stuff that we love to watch. Across streaming services, television, whatever. So I want to ask you, what are you watching?
I'm watching this show called All American. It's on Netflix.
Oh, of course.
It's a good-
I love All American.
yeah, it's a good show. I like it. It's intense, but it's a good show. It's on Netflix. I like it.
Hey,
Yeah,
let me tell you about. Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying I've heard good things about that show. I haven't given it a watch yet, but I need to.
A little
Alright.
teenagey, but it's good nonetheless.
So let me tell you about All American. All right, you're never gonna find a more serious teenager than Spencer James. Never. Like when I tell you the amount of motivational speeches he gives, it's just like, like you'll never find a more serious teenager. But no, All American is dope. It's a good watch. Man, yeah, I just read an article yesterday that for season 6, and I believe it's because of the strike, not anything going on with the show, but season 6, like their episodes got like cut in half. So, but I'm looking forward to seeing where the storyline goes. It's a dope show. Yeah, it's a really, really dope show. So, playoff, what you watching, man?
Well, in the spirit of spooky season, and I already said I think this in a group chat with y'all already, but been getting into some horror related stuff, and so I started.
My man.
Actually, I already binged the Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. If you like,
How
horror,
is that? How is that?
I thought it was excellent. It's basically I feel like it's kind of like a love story for all of Edgar Allan Poe's like earlier works, like his the short horror stuff. They kind of incorporate. It's not, obviously there's already a story about the House of Usher, but they incorporate, all of his short stories, basically the horror related ones, and so they did an excellent job with it. The same guy who did the Haunting of Hill House on Netflix did this as well, along with like Midnight Mass. I don't know if anybody's watched any of those, but it was good. Not not too scary, but definitely some jump scares in there if you like that sort of thing. So
Man, I can't really fuck with scary stuff. Not because I'm scared, but because it doesn't scare me. Like, I love Alfred Hitchcock. That's like,
okay, yeah,
like
that's
let me
awesome.
tell you,
Yeah.
Bird. Like, I like the psychological stuff, like
Yeah.
Birds, Psycho, like the original Psycho.
Yep.
Like that's the stuff that I love. But one
So
thing
you're
that
not
is
into
on my
like
watch
Saw or
list
nothing
for the
like
sake
that.
of it just doesn't
No,
like.
then okay, cool.
Like, I want you to scare me. Like
Yeah.
like the violent stuff, it doesn't scare me. It's just like just more gore. But I
Sure,
am gonna watch the Nun
that is
and was
scary.
it the
Yep,
Conjuring?
those are
Yeah,
scary.
I'm
Those
gonna
are scary.
I'm gonna watch those because there was which was the one that has the painting of the nun and it comes out of the painting.
It is the
You guys remember?
Isn't that called The
yeah,
Nun? Isn't that called The
yeah,
Nun?
the Nun.
Yeah, it's called The Nun. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I'm gonna watch that for Halloween. But
I'm
what
actually
else I've
gonna
been
watch
watching? I've been watching
the
Love Is Blind.
yeah, keep going. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, Love Is Blind. Yeah, go. You're a little bit late on that, but yeah, keep
No,
going.
I'm
That's his
finishing.
shit. He
Yeah,
loves
no.
to
So
talk
I've
about
been
that
watching the
show.
older. I've been watching the older seasons, right? I've been watching the older seasons of Love Is Blind. It is it is hilarious because I started watching. I got introduced to the show for season 4, and then obviously I watched season 5, and like folks was like, "Hey, you gotta watch season 1. You gotta like watch Carlton. Watch season 1." Like, oh shit. Then season 2, I'm gonna just say this right now, and this is an announcement. Shake, I need you on this podcast. I got so many questions, man. I got so many questions. Shake, we need you on future episodes of Meeting of the Gold Mine. Like, I have so many questions. Just like why, how, and if you were able to find a woman that she could sit on your shoulders at a festival. I just want to know if you were able to make that happen. Tone, are you watching anything?
Well, besides the back of my eyelids, I just finished Harley Quinn, the
Okay,
animated
Oh,
series.
I
wow.
heard that was good.
It took me forever. I always tell you I'm not a TV watcher. I don't want to blow up y'all spot though. And what else? Okay, I really didn't want to admit it, but you guys remember that show? I think it was UPN. It was called Eve. It wasn't
Yes,
based on her life or anything, but it's her
yeah.
Evie
She was the main
Eve.
Oh
actor.
yeah, of
You
course.
do
UP
that.
Yeah,
UPN. Oh my God, UPN.
yeah.
See, I'm
Jesus.
old enough for that. I'm old enough for that.
Yeah. Evie
How
Eve.
about
Yeah.
it's on
Yeah.
Tubi? So I've been watching the shit out of that. I'm trying to stop watching it because I'm not
Damn.
gonna have anything to watch by the time I finish it. I just been
Yeah.
repeating the
Back when
first season.
WB was a thing. Back when
Yep.
WB was
Man,
a thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
man, I still be watching
Yep.
Charmed and stuff, and then I
Nah.
definitely was gonna.
Oh. Oh yeah.
I do, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I was gonna give my RIP, my condolences to the Perry family. Honestly, I just found out this morning and I got emotional very quickly. Like Rebel mentioned earlier, like that
Yeah,
was a part of
yeah,
my youth. I love Friends.
Mhm.
yeah,
No prejudice here, but that's probably one of the few, all white cast type sitcoms that I actually
yeah.
enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, that
Yeah,
one hit home for sure.
yeah.
So that's pretty much what I've been watching lately. But yeah, you know me, I like my sleep, and TV watches me most of the time. So And I also
You
hate
know
that
what?
you guys be
Little thing
bonding over
yeah,
stuff
go ahead.
that just repulses me. That scary stuff, yuck. No, ma'am. No,
Yeah, it's funny.
ma'am.
Here's a little fun fact, and we're about to wrap up, but I definitely want to hear what KB's watching. But here's a little fun fact about the Friends thing. I know. So I think during like the last couple seasons, they had like a big renegotiation of their contracts, and the six of them, they were is like the solidarity that they had. Now, it's either one or the other, where it was either 500 grand per episode or a million per episode for each of them. I forgot the number. I want to say it was a million an episode, but long story short, they negotiated as one. Like they were
Yeah.
like, they went in it as one. And part of, not saying we are not on the same level, but I know that, with purple and gold mines, there is that the whole thing has always been about a collective. And I know when I heard the news about Matthew Perry, first thing I thought of was the other five, because it was like when you think of, like, when you see one, you think of the other five, because of just how that show was. It was a true ensemble. There was no leader of the pack.
Man.
They all brought their different elements, but it was like, that solidarity. So yeah, that one hurt. And yeah, I'm probably
Me
gonna
too,
be,
playoff. I'm getting teary
I've
eyed over
never
here,
done a
playoff. I feel you.
I've never done a real watch through of Friends, and I probably will. It is on Max, but yeah. But KB, what you watching, brother?
I'm just trying to get through a couple of TV shows, but what I'm mainly focused on is Power. Power is what I'm focused on as of right now. Very late, I understand that.
Shame on you. Still on this bullshit,
It's
man.
it's
What season?
okay.
What season are you on?
I'm just now getting on to season 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Slow but
right
Okay,
steady. You
when
getting there. You
six
getting
so
there.
right
months ago,
when
6 months ago, he was on season 3.
I'm sorry, blame PGM for taking most of my time. What do you want me to say?
Ooh,
So
shade.
yeah, I mean, sorry, I'm really invested in basketball. What can I say? And I coach, so oops,
Jen runs a
my
tight
bad.
ship, bro. What can we
You
say?
feel me? Like runs the tight stuff. I don't really have things to do
Yeah.
on, that I want to do besides, what we're normally doing. Just playing, just playing.
Of course.
But no, Power is what I'm focused on now, and then I'm actually, since playoff mentioned like horror films, I want to watch Pope: The Exorcism. That has Russell Crowe in it. Has with him having to be a priest.
I watched that.
Um,
It was
was it
good.
good?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
So I wanted to watch that. Once I seen who come out the holy
Mhm.
water
Yeah.
Oh
change. I'm
my
like,
God. God
got
help
to
us.
watch it. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. So
And
All right,
Kanan
all right.
season 3 is
Well,
about to come out. They're doing previews for it, by the way. So yeah, you gotta
absolutely.
catch up. You gotta
Raquel,
catch up.
Raquel, Raquel, Raquel. Well, we look. Hey, I'm looking forward to it. But look, what I am looking forward to is being back next week.
mhm.
And for what? Episode 18, we are about to be legal. But look, got to give big respect, big kudos, and big gratitude to Mr. Big Baby Jonathan for rolling through of Big Baby Sports. And look, shout out to Laker Nation. It's a long season. It's a long, long season. 79 games to go.
Yep.
We'll get through it. But look, you guys already know the vibes. You guys can follow us on Threads, YouTube, Instagram, X, at Purple Gold Mines, and Gold Mines is GoldMinds. Also, you can join us for all of our watch parties. We will be having watch parties throughout the entire NBA season on our playback channel, PGM's Fan Cave. That is playback.tv/PGM Fan Cave. You can be able to join the conversation, join the mayhem, join the inappropriate conversations that we have. Um, yeah. So, look, I am Born Rebel, aka Zen. This has been the meeting of the gold mines, and we will catch you soon. Peace and love.
Salud.
Soon as we step out the cage, we raising all of the stakes. Make no mistake, either you stay in your place or we putting you on a plate. Look at our face, we put the fear in the dirt.